in to be a part of this conversation. We don't want you to hold back and be shy. We want you to lean in and tell us what you know, because you know what? It might be about you. It might be about a family member. It might be about a girlfriend. It might be about somebody that you've seen but haven't heard from in a minute. And you might have something to lean into this conversation because it is so good. We got a couple of topics, but before we go to that, I'm going to head out. There she is, Caterina Harris Earl, one of the girls out there in California. What's going on, Caterina? What's going on? Because we got issues.
Yes, we really did have some issues. So welcome to the Facebook audience that caught missed the beginning, but we're glad that we're here, and thanks for listening in wherever you are. We love Friday. You know, Friday is my cheat day, so we already had some fried fish up in here today. So I had a piece of bread today. I had a piece of bread today. It's my husband's fault. He's like, here's your cheat time. So, but today it's just a beautiful day. It's absolutely, everybody's happy in the house today, including my dogs. Just everybody's happy. But there's a lot of news, Gloria. One of the things that is so disheartening, and please call us if you have any more details on this, is I don't even know the kid's name, nor is it important. Everyone knows the shooter in Michigan. And Chris, if you're on, you can add to it. His parents are being charged and they are on the run. They are on the run.
Yeah, Chris?
Missing in action. Chris, are you there?
All day long. They are absolutely going to charge both of the parents with what is it called?
Like accessory? Would it be accessory to murder, or what would that be?
Well, no, it's not. No, it's not accessory to murder. But anyway, it will come to me. But anyway, yeah, they were looking to arraign the parents today. And that's what it is, involuntary manslaughter. They're being charged of involuntary manslaughter, James and Jennifer Crumley. And so they were supposed to turn themselves in today, and they were nowhere to be found. Now, of course, they've been saying, you know, are they on the run? And that's what a lot of the conversation has been. And then I don't know if it's their lawyers that called in and said, no, they're not on the run. They have gone out of town. They're going to turn themselves in. But
come on. Many of them went out of town when their son was being arraigned for murder.
Exactly. Come on. And so they're saying they're really making it bad on themselves, because now, add to the involuntary manslaughter, now you have that they didn't show up for their arraignment. So, I mean, it is just really heartbreaking. It's terrible. So, let me just read this. The parent of patients are returning to the area for their arraignment, according to their attorney. So they're returning. So when are they going to return? We don't know. But what a time to leave the state. That's all I got to say. You got your 15-year-old son is in jail, and you leave. It was ever appointment I had with the campus.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Period. So, yeah, that's what the news has been mostly about, especially here in Michigan, because, of course, you know, it happened right here in Michigan. So this is going to be one to watch. And then the last thing I was saying, because I'm excited about our topic today, Gloria, is that the prosecutor that is handling the case, when I tell you, she is being so straightforward, she is being so honest, and she is saying so many red flags were missed, that this is absolutely one of those times where this totally could have been avoided. It totally could have been avoided from the parents, as well as, you know, some of the administrators that talked to him. Had they just called the police, had they just sent him home, had they just listened to his backpack. I mean, and I know this is what they call next day quarterbacking, or whatever that thing is. You know, if you woulda, coulda, shoulda. But it's like, man, so they said so many of the parents are outraged, and you better believe it's a loss to my family. come down the pipe because they had so many opportunities to get his boy some help or not let him come to school. So it's something we definitely are going to keep our eyes on. I'm going to turn it back to you, Gloria.
Yeah, I totally agree, Chris. One of the things that I've watched this woman, and you guys, since we have so many women that listen to our station, you guys, seriously, there's so many things to look at, but Chris brought it up. This woman is composed. She is clear. She is forthright. She's talking out loud. She's willing to go with it. She is not emotional. She is very, very succinct in what she says, succinct in her points. It's not a matter of whether you agree with her or not. What I am finding is her presence has allowed very little focus on her, and all the focus has been on the points that she's brought to bear. So I like to watch superstars in a lot of different arenas. I like to watch people who've climbed to the top of their game and how they're handling things at the top of the game. And that chick, I mean, her whole world is rocked. As the parents have rocked, as the children. I mean, just everybody's rocked. The superintendent, he was so emotional today. So it was quite interesting. Quite interesting. What else we got on news?
Well, Gloria, I just wanted to say about that, and we are sensitive to the fact that we don't want to jump to race every single time. But you can't help but think, if that had been an African-American kid, would they have had that many red flags that were missed? It's just, it's really unfortunate. I'm dealing with a situation right now in Arizona that I straight up feel like is racist toward one of my grandchildren, and how they treated him, how they reacted, what they said to a 9-year-old, how it was handled. And that is not my first place to go, but based on all the evidence and based on what her mother, and she's very, 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 reasonable, but it's just unfortunate. And so,
but it is still the truth.
It is still the truth.
It's real. As much as we don't want it to be the truth, it still is the truth. And so as long as we try to pretend it's not the truth, we never will be able to deal with the challenges that we have. So we need to stop apologizing for what it truly is. We don't necessarily like it, but it is okay to, in my mind, to face it and deal with it, because your grandchild needs your backing in this arena and doesn't need to feel like they have to apologize for the fact that race is a part of what they're dealing with.
Even the fact that they walk away, because unfortunately so often our children wouldn't have walked away from a situation like that after murdering anybody. And so
absolutely. Beverly, I think we have a caller. Beverly, are you on the line? Did you call in? Do we got issues, Beverly? Did you call in?
Yes, I did call in. I'm listening. Good evening, everyone. Hey.
Good evening.
So I'm listening in. Yes. Did you want to have a comment, Beverly? We'd love to hear your comment. I think that everything you said is true. I think it's unfortunate that we have to bring the race in, but people are treated differently. When that young man killed those 9 people in the church, the way they treated him versus how they treat a black young man. So it's unfortunate. And it's very sad that I was talking to one of my girlfriends who is a school teacher, and I said to her, did you ever think when you were getting a college degree, you would have to have a shield to teach children? So it's very sad, and I think we need to do something about it, because I think every school should have monitors and should have some type of apparatus when they walk into the school, checking these children's backpacks. Because I have grandchildren, I have children going to school, and it's absolutely scary. And one of the things we do every morning is we have prayer. So thank you for addressing this.
Yes, thank you, Beverly. That's another big conversation that we're going to have.
Does every child need to go through a metal detector on their way into school, all the way from preschool, all the way through high school? The one side of it is how it looks. The other side of it is how it feels. The other side of it is the reality of what we're dealing with today. And I just can't. I hate it so much. I personally hate the thought. I don't even like walking through a metal detector at the airport still. I'm still mad that I wasn't the one who caused the issue. And now I have to deal with all this extra stuff. And so I just can't, but it's real. It's where we are today. I mean, you can't go to a concert. You can't go to a football game. Every time you go through that, you got to go through that. And that boy at 15 years old walks in there with a gun purchased 2 days before and does something like this. Is 9:10 a.m. the Superstation, and we got issues. What are we going to say, Caterina? We going to add something?
I don't want to. I know that's not the topic today, but they believe he may have even had that while he was in the meeting with the school staff. That it was sitting right there. He could have pulled it out. I mean, that's what that was said on the radio, on the TV today. So I can't imagine my kids.
We're able to, I'm telling you, that social media is a beast. You know, when you are on social media and you are posting whatever, that follows you forever. Even when you try to delete it, there is a copy somewhere inside your space. And if it can't be found, even if it's been deleted, it will be found. And they actually found the conversation between the mother and her son. And I mean, this is so disturbing. So the teacher saw.
Chris, wait a minute. Come back. We're going to come back to that. We're going to go to this break really quickly. We're going to come back because I definitely want to hear about the recorded conversation. You guys, we're missing Sabrina Goodwin Monday today because she's one of the force of friendship. She's out there in Vegas, but we're going to be right back. We're going to be talking about Simone Biles. We got some good stuff about her, and we got the Great Resignation. But Chris, we're coming right back to you after this break. We hope that our callers will call in at 313-778-7600. We hope you're not just on the outside watching or listening. We want you to call in to We Got Issues. We'll be right back after this break. We're back. We're back. We're back. We got issues. We're back. We're back. I'm going to tell you something. I love hearing our voice on the radio. I don't care if we're 10 months in. I still love hearing our commercial. You better love it when you love yourself. Chris, we're going back to you to finish that conversation with the parents. What were you saying about, the voice being recorded?
The voice being recorded?
Yeah, so no, it was a text message that the computer, of course, when everything went down, they are very thorough, so they, confiscated all of the cell phones and, anything that was related to this murder. And so they were able to look at the text messaging between the parents. And so one particular text message was between the young man and his mother. And evidently, one of the teachers caught their son on his cell phone. And what he was Googling was, Ethan, that's his name, Ethan Crumbly. What he was Googling was, how to get ammunition. And so, that really alarmed his teacher. So his teacher alerted alerted the administrators or whoever they have to alert, and they alerted his mother. His mother texted her son, LOL, I'm not mad at you. You just got to learn how to do it and not get caught. Now, that's the text. She gets a call from the school saying that her son is in class Googling where to get ammunition. And instead of her coming to get him, seeing what's going on, why are you Googling in class where to get ammunition? She's going to say, LOL, I'm not mad at you. Next time, you just got to learn how not to get caught.
Right.
And like that just makes you say, what in the world? And then, Gloria, this is what I was going to say. The day of the shooting, they called the parents up to the school because evidently they confiscated some material where he had drawn a gun and bullets and had all of these fantasies about shooting the students and showed blood and all of this. So, of course, that's very concerning. Called the parents, and instead of the parents, they wanted the parents to take him home, but the parents said, no, just let him stay in school. Now, if my kids are drawing stuff like that, and it says, help me, he can't get this thought out of his head, you got to really say, your kid has to go home with you, and you guys need to go give him some mental help right away. So a lot of people drop the ball. I'm sorry. They really.
There's so many comments, Gloria. I mean, of course, everyone is saying it was just on the news that the parents knew what he was going to do. Everyone is just saying crazy, 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 shaking my head. It's just a sad situation. And unfortunately, it is unique, I know, because it's happened, it's unique lives, real lives in Michigan, Chris. We're very sensitive to that. But it's getting to the point that this could be any city, USA. Any city, any town. Yeah. It's just sad.
Definitely want us to, the name of the prosecutor is Karen McDonald. We absolutely want to get her name right because she is handling her business. And I tell you, I watched, and she is with clarity, like you said, succinctly, and she's speaking as a mother of, of kids as well. And so, I mean, when I tell you, she is not playing with this case. And so I'm just so glad that she's being very transparent, and she is not holding anything back. But her name is Karen McDonald, and she is a prosecutor in Oakland County.
You guys, you don't never know what's topical.
We need it.
I got okay, there you go.
I got
So
it.
it's been amazing to watch what she's done. Thank you, Facebook. She's been amazing to watch what she's done. But Simone has been somebody who's always wanted to donate. Well, anyway, she's on tour, you guys. She's on the tour, and it's called Gold Over America Tour. And so the gymnast came and she crashed a photo shoot, you guys. You should see the pictures of these little girls. Now, first, Simone is revealed as People Magazine's 2021 People of the Year. So they had 3 of them, and one of them is Simone Biles, which, of course, you guys, when you watch the Summer Olympics and you watch her go through that devastating blow, and then you see the world surround her, lift her up, and now put her in a place where she is shifting what is it called? Mental health, and all the things. I just absolutely love it. So she walks on the scene. She sees these girls. They go nuts. They start shaking. They start crying. They're so excited to see her. And Wendy's like, these little girls are so moved by what Simone has done. And the fact that she would walk out there and shock them like that was such good news. Such good news.
I can't imagine their eyes, Gloria. I can't imagine their eyes when she walks in. I can't imagine. And gosh, we know how busy she is. We know what it is, but it means so much just to change those little girls' lives. They're going to remember that forever. I mean, I remember when my grandson said, Kitty Monday, when I was at his wrestling match,
Right.
Kitty Monday, it's like, so I could imagine just the difference of them seeing a Simone Biles walk in. And so how amazing that is, and what a blessing that was for Wendy, and the great work that she is doing. The great work she's doing.
Yes.
So that's some good news.
We
got to keep hope alive, because otherwise we can get caught up with thinking it's all bad news, but it's so much good stuff happening.
It is. It says Hilliard was the first African American to represent the U.S. on the rhythmic gymnastics national team, and is now committed to working with the underserved urban youth through her gymnastics program. So now her program is big in Harlem and it is big in Detroit. And so she's spreading it. And then you take champions like a Simone Biles and you let her take the world stage and bring it into our community and blow it up with the little girls. It just makes my heart feel so good. And I cannot say the name of this company. I never can say it. Athleta, is that how you say it?
Yeah, I don't know how to say it either. I don't.
Okay,
So
well, it's Athleta. It's something like that. You guys all know it's and it's her athletics clothes. And so that was a big campaign. So that's really great. Okay, so you guys, when we come back from this break, let's start the conversation a little bit. We want to talk about this because this is shifting our world. It's called the Great Resignation. And that's today's topic. I'm so excited. And I want you guys to lean in because this is affecting everyone. This phrase, the Great Resignation, was coined in 2019 by a professor at Texas A&M. And he predicted that workers would start to resign en masse following the pandemic as they got burnt out and they became remote workers, and they could see what was happening in people's identities. They said having experienced an increased flexibility and a better work-life balance that working from home has yielded. I'm going to stop here for just a second and ask you guys, if in fact you have seen the signs at the restaurant that says service is going to be much slower because we don't have any workers here, or you're not going to be able to get that dessert tonight because we don't have anybody to serve it. We went to the restaurant the other day and they could not do the desserts because, not that I'm eating no dessert, Walter was on the show. Okay. I'm not eating no dessert, but they couldn't even have desserts because there was no one there to serve it. The retail stores are having such challenging because there's no one there to work it. It's so amazing. The COVID-19 outbreak has wreaked havoc on businesses in various industrial service sectors, causing mass disruption in people's work lives. But interesting, as we begin to merge out from the great lockdown, the number of people that are voluntarily quitting their job is gone up. It started at 2.9% of the U.S. workforce quit in April 2021, but then it moved up to 2.9% of the workforce quit in August 2021. So this mass exodus is called the Great Resignation. Very interested because the industry that I've been in for over 30 years, it shifts a lot with the way people feel about their work. It shifts a lot with the way people feel about what's going on in the workforce. So this is making a major difference. Caterina, how have you seen it affected in your life on a daily basis?
Oh my goodness. I'm reading this article about Black women, and this one woman says, and she was, this is Harvard Business Review did this study too, Gloria, and she is now the founder and CEO of Meg and Monroe. But she says, surprisingly, the pandemic allowed me to double down on my decision to leave my full-time marketing position. I saw how uncertain times were in the workplace and thought it was a better use of my time and talents to grow my own business. I mean, on and on and on. I got different examples of what different high-level Black women said and why they have gone on and started their own. So can't wait to talk more about it after the break.
Yeah, I'm excited because Donna just put something in there about 7-Eleven. Donna, we're coming back to you at 7-Eleven, y'all. Oh my God. If 7-Eleven got issues, you know we all got issues. And we're so glad you piped into We Got Issues. Today it's Friday, and we'll be right back after this break. Right back. I'm so excited, you guys. Listen to this. You're hearing from We Got Issues because we got issues in the workforce. We got issues in the workforce. This is 9:10 a.m. the Superstation, and this is the force of friendship. And we are talking about something serious. Donna said we just saw a sign at 7-Eleven that said services will be slow, nice, Be nice to the ones that showed up. Be nice to the ones that showed up. Because now if you're not nice to the ones that showed up, you may not get a big Slurpee at 7-Eleven. Full of sugar, y'all. Full
That's
of sugar, full of
crazy.
sugar. And then Carolyn Muse says, I drove through Wendy's burger chain and the manager said they were closed, y'all. Closed because no one showed up for work. You guys, that is so serious.
Wendy's?
Go ahead, Caterina.
I'm just saying, can you imagine when is a Wendy's or a McDonald's or a 7-Eleven had to close because nobody showed up for work? That's next level. Yeah. For real.
You know, they are really taking, I mean, well, if you want to say taking advantage of this opportunity, because, I mean, you know, for the longest, you know, employees have been fussing about not being paid a wage for their work, and people, you know, employers, you know, not wanting to come off of a couple more dollars as they increase their bottom line and they're making more money than ever before. Mm-hmm. They don't want to let that trickle down to the employees. I can't remember. I was somewhere and it was a fast food, and it said all positions starting at $15 an hour, and this is at a fast food joint. Okay, so that's the starting rate. Yeah. Is $15. Right. And I think, Caterina, you said it not too long ago when you were saying, and somebody on the show was saying, you know, for people who need a job and want to work, there are jobs out there. And at this point, you literally can go in and say, you know what, I'll be one of your best employees, but you got to pay me $17 an hour.
That's right. That's right. You know what?
You know what? Go ahead.
No, there's a signing bonus. You can go on some of these fast food places, and there's a signing bonus for $500 if you take a fast food restaurant job. We got a caller. Let's go to our caller. Let's go to our phone lines. Carolyn, are you there?
Gloria, how are you and Caterina tonight?
We're doing so good.
We're doing so good. Carolyn, you gotta call in.
What's happening, Carolyn? What's going on?
Hey, you said what I was going to say about the Wendy's.
Yeah.
But the lights on when I drove through, so I thought it was open. I like that chili. So I was going to get me a cup of chili.
Yeah.
And I got through the drive-through window, and the man said, we're closed. I was like, closed? He was like, yes. Nobody came to work tonight. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, my goodness. And then the other thing, I just wanted to thank you all for this show. This show is one of the best shows I have ever seen or heard, and that's why I'm here every day at 6 o'clock. I don't schedule any appointments at 6 o'clock. I have issues, and I want to see the show. I want to hear the show. I want to share the show. The other thing, I had two people when y'all had the narcissistic people on there.
Yes.
Yeah. I had two ladies I had been talking to that were in narcissistic relationships. Both of them have left those relationships. So thank y'all for having these types of topics. Yes, yes.
Wow.
So have a great weekend.
Oh my goodness. That is big, Carolyn Muse. That's big. I can only say her full name, but that's a big deal to tell us that, because that's major that you're making a difference. Make it a difference. Well, you guys, listen to this, because I know that this is touching so many of you guys, and I'm so excited that the chat is lighting up. You guys, seriously, I thank you for calling, Carolyn, because the voice makes a difference. Listen to this. 94% of U.S. retailers are having difficulty filling vacant positions. Now, let's just look at that for a second. 94% of retailers are having a problem. But here's the breakdown. 32% are facing significant challenges, 29 moderate challenges, 32 minor challenges, and only 6% aren't facing any challenge. Only 6% of the retails, you guys. And we're headed into the holidays. We're like in the thick of it. And so now the line is even longer. And you know, you talk about going online, and everybody's going online. Pretty soon it's going to affect the people that are online. And it's major.
Gloria, you know, my mom loves to shop. She loves to shop. And so the other day as she was shopping, she saw a coat and she really wanted this coat. And they said, you know what? We need you to come to work here. Since you stay here all the time, if you come to work here for 1 month, this is the discount you'll get in the signing bonus. They tried to get my mama to work in the store, and she was thinking about it, Phil. She can get that fur coat. Okay. I mean, seriously.
Are you serious?
They just, every time she goes in there, they're like, you ready to come? You ready to come? They ready to hire somebody today. They like, you stay in here anyways. Just come on and work.
Right.
So it's
okay.
It's real. she was like, really?
Where's Crisette? You know, she was. She's down there at Target.
She's over there with that fur coat place that Caterina's mama wouldn't take. Bert wouldn't take it. Chris was right there to take it. You guys, listen to this.
Absolutely.
When you talk about if you live in the land of recruiting, just what that store did with Pert, offered her a job on the spot. And when you're looking for people, now you know how many people are looking and are unappreciated. 41% of the workers across the globe are considering leaving their jobs. 41% across the globe. And get this is why they're seeking a change. Number one, burnout. Number two, personal safety. Number three, job dissatisfaction. And number four, a shift in their priorities. So, you know, sometimes we people are talking about it's the stimulus check. It's the stimulus check. It's not just a stimulus check. I'm serious. It is so many other things that is causing people to walk away. The turnover is huge. And with high turnover, you're going to have a ton of lost productivity. So you're right, Chris. If you walk in this store and say, I'm going to give you my best, any manager would be super excited. To avoid this,
Lord,
they are investing in wages.
Here's another example. Melissa decided to go full-time with her love for makeup artistry last November after slowly growing her business as a side hustle. A lot of people have had a side hustle, and they use that time to boost it up. She said, I was wondering, as she was working as an underwriting analyst for an insurance company, Sharp Sister, and her part-time business was makeup artistry. The more it grew, the more she realized that's where her passion was. My career was no longer fulfilling. In addition to not feeling fulfilled in my career, I had a boss that micromanaged everything I did. I felt overwhelmed, undervalued, and drained. My 9-to-5 was holding me back from reaching my full potential. My boss would often deny my PTO requests. And when he did approve my time off, I would feel the retaliation when I returned to work. So I am out. I ain't taking it no more.
With the attitude, you read it just like the woman felt. I am out. That's so true. Listen to this. Generation Z feel most underappreciated and underpaid during the Great Resignation. You guys, listen to this. The ones that were born between the years of 1997 and 2012, they're amongst those who are feeling underappreciated. And guess what? Now, you know, you used to feel underappreciated and you'd stay. Now, when you're underappreciated, forget underpaid, you're just not appreciated. They are walking away from these jobs, and they don't care if they're a career job. They are walking. Last year, the most challenging for this group, most of them were susceptible to being overworked, and they don't want to be overworked. Then they said 55% of American workers, listen to this one. I was really excited when I read this. 55% of the American workers are looking for a new job. They're looking to do something different, and they plan to have a new job in the next 12 months. So if you're in an industry where they're looking to have a new job, you know that there's so many people that are out there. Listen to this. 70% of Blacks and 67% of Hispanics plan to look for a new job in the coming year. 47% of whites. That tells you right there, half of America wants to do something different. 72, listen to this. Oh my God, these statistics, you guys make my heart hurt. 72% of the workers who earn under $30,000 a year plan to look for a new job in the coming year, compared to 44% that make over $80,000. Now, here you go. It doesn't matter if you're having what I consider to be a lower income at $30,000 or a higher income at $80,000. 44% of them are looking for a new job. It's crazy. Of the 77% of the Gen X, 63% of millennials wanting to switch job in the next 12 months. Contrast with the baby boomers, 33% of them, y'all, 33% of the baby boomers, 60%, 63% of the millennials, and 77% of Gen Z are wanting to switch their jobs. Talk about the Great Resignation. This is absolutely no joke.
You know, another thing is, I know it's not just retail, but we experienced this where it had become the norm for stores to open, these big box stores to open on Thanksgiving and stay open till 11 and 12 and 1 o'clock. They are not doing that. And Target said, we will never do it again. I mean, they literally have changed the retail game. They're not taking it anymore. So it's not uncommon to hear bosses, you know, when my mom worked retail, they would shame you, got to stay till 11, be back at 5. I bet you a lot of these bosses are getting training on how not to be so rude and stuff.
Right.
You're going to look up and have to do the work yourself. Okay. You'll be picking up the clothes yourself.
I bet you they like them then. Right. I bet you like them then. Girl, we went to Target. Not Walmart. Walmart was closed in our neighborhood on Thanksgiving. My friend came home. One of the people that was with us, they said Walmart. We all looked at her at the same time. Walmart is closed. Like Walmart is closed. That's crazy. You guys, we're going to a break. We hear the music. We got to go pay some bills that we got issues. And we're excited to be here with you today. We're going to come back and finish up this show. Hang with us and call us at 313-778-7600. We'll be right back to you. Yes. Okay. We're going to look at everybody that has a job differently. We're gonna look at everybody that has a job. If you walk into any place and they have a job, I want you to look at them with the side eye, like you don't really want to be here. You don't really want to be here. You don't really want to be here. Because 50% of the people that are working don't want to be there, even if they like the profession. You guys, this is so serious because the professions, the people that are leaving the professions are not leaving the professions because they don't like the profession. The profession. They're leaving the professions because they're underappreciated and underpaid, and they don't have the flexibility that they've always wanted. You know, I have always said that in this pandemic, everybody's reevaluating. Everybody's reevaluating. So they're reevaluating so many parts of their life. You know, that's why We Got Issues has been so popular, because we're talking about health, we're talking about fitness, we're talking about food, we're talking about climate change, we're talking about everything, because in this pandemic, everybody's had a chance to reevaluate. Let's talk about this for a second. Only 20% are engaged. Global. They're at work. 20%, you guys. How do you get productivity from people who are only engaged at 20%? And it's a little bit higher in the US and Canada at 34%, but globally it's 20%.
Imagine if that's your nurse or your
All right.
that to be your
Right,
nurse,
Caterina.
your dentist, your teacher. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and those, even at the shooting, you know, if you're disengaged, you're going to miss things that you normally would have seen that you didn't, you know, you might have not missed before. And so that can be a big problem. And healthcare is one of those jobs where people are leaving. And that's no surprising. They're leaving the healthcare job because they don't want to be part of a major problem. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. This is a big one, you guys. And if you have something, oh, we have a caller. Let's go to Sylvia. Sylvia, are you there for us? We want to hear from you. Are you there?
That is true.
Yes, Sylvia,
Yes,
called in.
Sylvia,
Yay,
called in.
we're excited. Go ahead, Sylvia. Talk to us.
Yes, David, give us some applause. Thank you, thank you. Like I'm noticing, and I am proud of many of our younger people and women, especially also, that are creative in creating their own businesses. And what, you know, what's better than ownership and control? I don't know. Yeah. So people are starting to get more into their creativity, and I'm just so proud, and I never have a problem supporting us, because that's what it's all about. You know, we need to be into the group economics and to build and have that Wall Street mentality if we ever want to, you know, make a real economy where it counts for our children and our children's children. So, COVID, they said, is more control, oppressing, ignored, is distracting, is victimizing, and so many definitions about what COVID is doing. But then on the brighter side of things, people are starting again to be creative and to do things that out of the box that is more rewarding and self-reserving. Thanks for taking my call. I'm going to keep listening, y'all.
Yes, Sylvia, you brought up some great points. Thank you so much for
In what you're doing. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Find too that traditional 9 to 5. Now people are like going for the gusto and saying, you know what? I don't have to be confined to a 9 to 5, especially if
Sorry, Facebook. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Huge.
Hold on, y'all.
Yes, that's huge, huge entrepreneurship. And you guys, women entrepreneurs, they are taking hold. They're taking an idea. Like you said, they're taking a
Uh-oh. It dropped. I fell off the air. Here's what time we have. 4 minutes. Oh, Lord. This is what happens. Y'all are seeing the behind the scenes. Y'all are seeing the behind the scenes. I'm leaving Gloria hanging. She didn't say. Uh-oh. Jalen, I dropped off the radio. Thanks. We got issues. Gloria dropped. I dropped off the radio. Get excited. We ain't doing it together today. We get an F for today.
For higher pay, and 47% are looking for job security. You guys got to get that. 56% want flexibility. 53% want higher pay, and 47% want job security. Now, y'all remember the day when it was all about job security. You couldn't pay any more attention to that. And if you didn't give me job security, there was nothing else for us to talk about. So that's been a very big change. And then it want to control where they are, when they're there, and how they work. Employees want to control it. So Caterina's point about the woman who asked for days off. Now, if you go to your boss and you ask for days off, and he rolls he rolls his eyes at you, you're gonna look at him and say, "I'm gonna roll out of here. I'm rolling right out of here because you're not giving me my time off." It makes such a difference. It makes such a difference in those people that are going to be that way. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I need some more flexibility at this job. We got issues. It's the force of friendship, right? We need more flexibility right here. We are out of time. It is Friday, and we are going into the weekend. But on Monday, you got to come see us. You got to come hear us. You got to come be with us. It's going to be We Got Issues. Brought to you by the Force of Friendship, because you're listening to us at 9:10 a.m. The Superstation, WFDF out of Detroit. We're so glad to be with you. We're so glad that you're here with us. No telling what the topic will be on Monday, but we promise you this: it will be juicy. Talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. This is Gloria Mayfield Banks, and I'm checking out. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks, Jalen.
Great show, Gloria. Great show. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm frozen. Gloria's frozen. We had issues today. We had issues. Thank you, Facebook audience. Okay, we will be back and we'll get it together on Monday. Thanks for hanging with us. Another good reason to have that app downloaded so you can jump on the radio if we do have social media issues, because the phone, we generally don't have issues on that. All right. Bye-bye, y'all. Thanks. I hope it will close because my computer's frozen too. Get excited. We got issues.